Hi Groupsters, Andy from the Car Boutique, and part 2 really of our Zirconite range. So in part 1, it's already on YouTube, go and have a look at it. Okay, we focused on the outside of the car, so the compounds and the sort of maintenance wash stuff to beautify, okay, the outside. We're going inside the project car, the Peugeot RCZ, to look at stuff that you're going to use, okay, to beautify and protect the inside of your vehicle. So we're going to revisit the leather cleaner, the glass cleaner and the interior trim detailer, but the main focus of this is to look at protection, okay, which is the fabric protector and Zirconite's leather shield kit. Now I've been waiting quite a long time to use this, so I'm really looking forward to this one. But you know what's coming? Before we crack on, okay, we're going to play some music and look at the wavy flags. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is the interior trim detailer. This is a nice, easy product. We've used it and actually tested this before. Now you can apply straight onto the actual panel itself, or to sort of exercise more control. What I do is just spray a few sprays on the cloth. It's got a lovely citrusy scent. And this is just conditioning the plastic. Nice and easy to use. I'd say the majority of this is leather, but get the protection on all the plastics. I'm doing this quickly to spend a bit more time, and then just rotate your cloth, buff off the excess. It doesn't go to a high shine, which is what we want. It doesn't leave smears. And leaves a lovely, lovely finish. Job done. Right, I'm going to position the camera and do the rest of just the plastic trim at the moment. So guys, a quick look at the glass cleaner. We've already looked at this, okay, so you're looking at me doing the window. Try and use 2 cloths. No streaks. No grabbiness. Perfectly clean on the inside. If you go back and have a look at our other Zirconite review, we left fingerprints and all sorts on. New microfiber or dry. No grabbiness. Super, super clean. Love it. So guys, this is another one we've looked at, so we'll make this quick. The leather cleaner, it's quite simple. You spray it on, okay, you agitate it with a damp cloth, and then you're basically removing it with damp cloth in and out the water to migrate the dirt away. So it's nice and easy. This is that product with the leather smell. Very clever, I said last time. So you're going to take a lot longer. The smell is lovely. And what you're trying to do is get rid of that shine, because this leather is matte in finish. The shine is dirt, sweat and grime. And if you go back and have a look at our previous Zirconite video, we spend a bit more time on this. So this is a bit of a recap, and then we're going to focus on the new products a bit more. And you're dipping it into the water. So you've got damp cloth, and you're just going back over the area you've done. Basically, you want to be taking the product with the dirt away into the cloth, back into the bucket, migrate the dirt away from the car, clean cloth, and constantly go through that process. As simple as that. I'm just going to give you a quick look after just doing that. That's all dirt from one super quick pass, and that was clean water. Look at it, okay? So that's bum gravy, as we call it. So I'm going to quickly go around the car. There's a lot of leather in this car, all right? There's leather there. The entire dash is covered in leather. So we're going to clean all the leather, right, with a product we've already reviewed. So go back and have a look at the proper review, and then we're going to get on to the protection side of things. Okay, you lovely groupsters, before we get onto the protection side, look at that. That was shiny leather. It's now flat, matte, clean. There's uniform sort of matteness, so there's no sort of patches where the sort of product has been ineffective and effective. Seats, nice and matte, and look at that dashboard. Perfectly clean and matte. That's what leather should be. Okay, so really, really pleased with that. I've used this on the previous review, but this was a real chance. Okay, so fantastic. And a quick look. Look at that. Bead-Magik a month on. Outstanding. Where's my bucket? I'm doing this live. I'm not going to edit this out because we like seeing Andrew make a few mistakes. Look at that shine. Look at that. Black. Most of that's bum gravy. Okay, so really, really impressed. Look at that. Okay, so we're now going to go on to protection, and we know how important protection is. Okay, folks, we're going to look at protection. Okay, so we've already wet vaxed this carpet, okay, and we've hoovered it. So the first thing you need to do is make sure it's clean. You don't want to apply protection in any context, whether that's ceramic coating or engine dressings or anything like that, until whatever you're trying to protect is clean, because essentially you're going to be sealing in the dirt, which is a silly thing to do. So the carpet's nice and clean, and it's wet vaxed, and it extracted quite a lot of dirt came out, which is nice. Now, the actual Zirconite fabric cleaner is for fabric, carpets and cabriolets. Okay, so you can use this as a cabriolet hood sealant. Loads and loads of applications in the home. I've seen people sort of protect their trainers with this kind of stuff. All right, and essentially what you are doing is you are putting a barrier over your upholstery to help repel things like Coke and any spillages like tea, coffee and all that kind of stuff that you might accidentally spill in your vehicle. Now, we've got leather seats, so we're going to be applying it essentially to the footwells, but if you've got upholstery seats, you may wish to consider this to offer some kind of protection, okay, because unprotected fabric, it's got no repellency to the liquids, it's going to go right into the fibres and go right through into the sponge and all that kind of stuff, and as we all know, trying to extract those stains could be problematic. If you can apply some protection to repel that, you fight a better chance of it not getting stained, okay, and hopefully just wipe off, all right? So Instructions for use are quite simple. You're spraying it sort of up and down in a crosshatch fashion, ensuring full coverage. You're not saturating it, and you've got to apply it when the fabric is dry. You're then leaving it for 4 hours. So we're going to apply it, and we're going to come back and have a look at it in 4 hours. So it's nice and simple. I've already done the car mats, and we've already done the other footwell, so I've left this one just for this demonstration. Okay, and it's quite simple. It's got the Flairosol sort of bottle as well, and it's literally go like that. And go like that, and that's it. Okay, you do not want to saturate it. Then don't do anything for 4 hours. So don't go getting in and all that kind of stuff. Give it a chance to sort of penetrate and get into the fibers and fully dry, okay, before you even do anything about it. So you sort of got to plan the use of this as well, all right? You're putting your car out of action for essentially 4 hours. So we'll come back, revisit in 4 hours, try and maybe do a hydrophobic check, do a bit of treated and untreated, and see if there is any sort of liquid repellency, all right, which is good, all right? So we'll come back and test in 4 hours. Okay, so we're going to do the hydrophobicity check. Okay, now this is quite a wide pile. Okay, so you're going to get a bigger effect, okay, on the tight sort of fibers of car seat upholstery. But most of our test car is leather, so this is all we've got to play with. So basically, I'm going to simulate a spill. So there you go. It's all staying on. It's not seeping in. And if we go like that, give it a quick shake. Couple of little beads. Okay, we'll do it again. It's quite a big spill. All staying on the top. Give it a quick shake. And nearly all the water gone, and even the water remaining is tight little beads. Okay, it's not seeping in. All right, and that's what's going to give you protection. If you can, whatever you spill, if you can stop it being absorbed into the fibers, that's where you get stains. All right, if you do spill something, you've got time to remove it with a microfiber, or in the case of car mats, just push it off. Okay, but that's pretty much dry. Okay, so really, really good. That's the protection you're after. So thumbs up. Okay, Groupsters, the one that I've been really looking forward to, the leather shield kit. As with the majority of ZIRCONITE stuff, okay, it comes in a very well presented box, very, very professional. Okay, good first impression to the product. All right, actually in the box itself, you're getting a nice sort of, applicator sponge with ZIRCONITE written on it, which is good. Okay, you're getting the actual product in a bottle. I think this is 150 millilitres, yes, and underneath you're getting a microfiber towel as well. So you've got the complete kit to carry out this process, all right? And as you, I'm sure you can sort of agree with me, very, very well presented in the box. Now, in terms of instructions for use, do not use on suede or similar finishes. Do a check before, so check on an inconspicuous part of the leather to make sure it's all good. And you're applying this between 15 and 35 degrees C. We're about 20 in the garage at the moment. And it's quite simple. You're applying the leather shield, you're using the foam applicator, you're going to impregnate the foam pad by applying a small amount on the pad, apply the coat evenly but not in excess to the leather, and leave to dry. Allow 30 minutes to fully dry cure, long rig cold weather, and then buff gently with a microfiber cloth before putting the vehicle back into service. Okay, so nice and easy. And like I say, in the kit you get 150 millilitres of leather shield, the foam applicator, and the microfiber cloth. So it seems a really, really simple process. Once again, factor in the timing. You're applying it, leaving it for 30 minutes, buffing it off, and then you can use your vehicle again. All right, so don't try and cut corners by not giving it 30 minutes. It's designed to do that. Okay, now, before we do the demo, I've seen a lot of people discuss whether leather needs protection. Okay, the argument is that the majority of leather, modern leather, comes with a clear protective coating on it anyway, so there's no point using dedicated protection products. I see it slightly differently, okay, and the way I see it, and it's just my opinion, is when we're beautifying the outside of a car, okay, we're talking about enhancing the paint, but we're not enhancing the paint because the paint itself is protected by a clear coat, but we still beautify and protect that from UV, etc. Well, why not the same for leather? Leather, okay, has got a protective shell. In the case of paint, it's a clear coat, but we can still beautify, okay, and protect it as well. And the main reason why I use products like this, and I have done for quite a long time, is it's that UV protection. You want to try and do anything that's going to repel stuff from staining your leather. Okay, you want to offer UV protection because it's the UV which is going to fade your leather. Okay, and a bit of nourishment as well. So my personal opinion is I see value in this. If you're not a great believer in this kind of stuff, that's fine, but that's how I articulate my argument. Okay, we're not protecting paint, we're protecting the clear coat. We're not protecting leather, we're protecting the clear coat, and that kind of argument. So that's the way I see it. And I've had no problems with this, and I haven't had a car that's had faded leather, which is why I buy into this. So we're going to do the demonstration and see what we think. Okay, folks, the first thing you're going to be doing is giving the product a good shake. All right, it's not a clear liquid, it's a sort of thick white liquid that you can see. And as per the instructions, I'm just going to apply a bit. Try and apply it. Try it just with that much. Like I say, if it goes dry, you can reapply. Apply some more. Like I say, we don't want to use too much. Just applying, you'll naturally see where the product goes. It smells quite nice, doesn't smell leathery. It doesn't really smell of anything actually, which is fine. Now the sponge doesn't actually take the form of what you're doing, so in the edges you can either put some on a microfiber, or I'm finding you can actually force the sponge in, it compresses to get into it. Bits like that you may need to get microfiber and force the product in. Right, but that one application's still going. You see it's still applying product. So a tiny little bit goes a long way actually. Now, you don't want to miss any areas, so as with most of these demos I am rushing a bit, but I would encourage you to sort of take your time, maybe get a light out because it's quite dark, make sure you're applying it, not missing any areas, you don't have any sort of weak points in your protection. If you are forcing the sponge in, make sure you get the product to the edge, so when you force it in the corners, there's product on the sponge that you're forcing in. You'll naturally see where the product is left behind. I think I'll be using a combination of sort of a microfiber and this sponge. The sponge to do the majority, but those intricate areas where the sponge can't get in, don't be lazy and forget about it. Get yourself a microfiber and apply the product in the same fashion. That's really, well, we're obviously going to carry on. Okay, I'm going to do the whole car. And we're going to leave it 30 minutes, and next time you'll see me after a bit of fast mo is when we come to buff it off. Okay, folks, that's about 35 minutes. Now, a top tip, because we practice with these products, do not try and cheat the 30 minutes, all right? If you try and cheat it, what you will find is because it hasn't properly cured, it'll get very, very grabby, okay, with your microfiber, All right, so an indicator is if you have sort of jumped the gun and you go like this and it's a bit grabby, okay, you need to leave it a bit longer, because this, okay, has been left the requisite sort of 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and it comes off. In fact, you don't actually think you're taking anything off, because it's sort of it's all vented off. The excess product has disappeared, okay, and it's confidence building. When you go back to it, it's almost like there's nothing there. You are literally just giving it a quick buff. Any grab, let it dry, cure for a bit longer, and it's that simple. All right, it doesn't shine up the finish, which was a concern of mine. It doesn't do that, so it's left that natural matte clean look, effortless to buff off. All the excess disappeared, and there's a nice even effect. So we'll do the seat once again. Make sure there's no grab, and there you go. Look, nice and smooth. There's no sort of excess product grabbing at the cloth. You've let it cure. I'm presuming the carrier must have the vent off, obviously. And that's nice and easy. Okay, and you're just giving it the slightest sort of buff. Well, you don't want to hammer and tong at it, because it'll start shine up, I would presume, and you don't want that. This leather should be sort of a matte, natural finish. Right, as soon as it starts going shiny, you know it's getting dirty again. It's as effortless as that. So I'm not going to do on a fast mode. I'm just going to finish off the dashboard. It comes off just as easy, and then we'll have a chat, I think. Okay, that's part 2 done. The inside is looking absolutely amazing. All right, and it's nice knowing that everything is protected. Now we've revisited a few products, okay, and we've introduced a few new ones that you haven't seen the car boutique review. That being the leather shield kit, okay, and also the fabric protector. Okay, both really, really good. All right. Now, in terms of the range, you know my feelings on the range. It's a very, very strong brand. It's one of those brands that come along. It caught my attention from the start, and every single product I reviewed has been on point, okay, and some of them have been some of the best products that I've used, okay, which is an accolade really, because we test a lot. Now, this isn't a sponsored video. We've paid for all these products. ZIRCONITE won't know until we've uploaded it that we've done the video review, okay, so we try and be as impartial, but it was within our gift, and it's only fair if we identify a really strong brand that we tell you. We're not using the word it's the best, because there isn't a best, okay? No one brand has the best of everything. What I'm saying with this brand is all their products perform very, very well, okay? Hence why we're going to continue reviewing their stuff. So we're looking at the accredited only sort of ceramics next, and the wheel ceramic coating as well. That's going to come when we get this car in a position whereby we can trial them. We've got to refurb the alloys, okay, and at some point we're going to strip off all the protection, okay, and apply a ceramic coating. So we'll come back to that. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't seen part 1, go and revisit that. It's a journey taking this car from quite a tired car to the way it's looking now. We're going to have a quick spin around the outside, basically to check up on the bead maker after a month. So this was applied a month ago. It's just had maintenance washes, and have a quick look around the inside. And I'm sure you'll agree that we have transformed this car inside and out. Bar a few scratches and a couple of tiny little dents, it's looking like a new car again. And bearing in mind, this car has done over 100,000 miles, and it is a 60, so it's 12 years old. Credit to these products to making the car look so good. So remember your car boutique discount code, 25% off. Okay, find the code on our discount page. Okay, highly encourage this stuff. We'll keep visiting them. Hope you enjoyed it, and watch out for part 3 of the ZIRCONITE product range reviews coming up in the future. So take care.